Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly InSalt, episode 337. For a lot of reasons, it feels like the episode numbers aren't increasing that quickly.
Yeah.
But
well, we're only doing it every 3 weeks now.
Yeah. It's been rough going a little bit with the holidays and just, I don't know, the winter.
Yeah.
But Laura, you're here.
I am here.
I don't think anybody, like the listeners haven't heard from you in a minute.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sick, too. Sorry.
I mean, for the third time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been having a rough go at it.
Yeah.
Ches is also here.
I am.
Yeah, and Kurt, the shabu of sound. Yeah, I don't know. The rare beef of sound.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go with that.
Okay. We were talking before the show about shabu ginza. The sushi sucks, dude. I'll just come out and say it. It's not that good. It sucks. And also, Kurt, we have to address the fact that I swear to God, it's all you can eat, right? They have a 2-hour time limit, they say. But then they play this goddamn piano music on repeat, dude. And it's like lullaby music.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's designed that as you get more full. Yeah.
But it's repeating the same chorus or chord over and over and over for like 15 minutes per song.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think we heard a different song.
No, well, I did, but it was still just as annoying. There's only like 3 or 4 songs that were on repeat. It was awful.
I like when Kurt gets frustrated with stuff like that because he just looked at me while we were eating at one point and he goes, "This is why Asians are good at piano." And I'm like, what? Because they just play the same shit over and over and over and over.
That's funny.
There is that new hot pot place that I want to go to. I've been keeping my eye out for new restaurants in the Valley, and I think there's a couple places I found. I don't know if I mentioned it on the air, but I found this. Basically, it's like a hot pot place, I think, but it's Chinese, and it looks so Chinese. Like you go in there and you get a shopping cart, and then you fill it up with what you want in your bowl.
Really?
And they cook it for you, but it's all by weight. And it's like if you can get exactly 1 pound, they give you 50% off, and if you can weigh out exactly 2 pounds, you get your meal for free.
That's funny.
But
that's actually funny.
It is. Yeah. And I think that's a great business model too, because you're obviously gonna try and hit those numbers.
Yeah.
Right? So you're gonna pay more, I imagine. But the menu's in Chinese. It doesn't even have English.
Really?
Yeah, and this is over in like Sandy, just like South Sandy.
What?
Yeah. Like you remember where that Dollar movie theater used to be?
In the Sandy Mall?
Yeah. I think it's over there. Weird.
I don't remember where that was. I remember going there all the time.
I actually think it's across. Is it across the street from Ginza?
Ginza, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know, man. Ginza, you got to get on the sushi game. It's not that great. It is all you can eat, though. I mean,
I don't mind it.
Did you ever go to Simply Sushi?
Yeah, and I didn't like that.
That place is, pretty bad.
Like I ordered a spicy tuna, and they just slopped down a bunch of tuna on their prep board, and then packed rice around it, and then gave it to me.
Ugh.
Like, you didn't even roll this. You just there's no rice under it. It's
when you have really good sushi, though, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like Ito.
Yeah,
you're gonna get great sushi.
Yeah, if I want to go for sushi, I'm gonna go to a sushi place. But if I'm gonna go for a hot pot, I'll get a couple rolls while I get some sushi.
Yeah,
or a couple. Well, I have my hot pot. I'll do a couple rolls. But
I also think there's a strategy to all you can eat. Sushi is kind of a sucker play because you're gonna fill up on rice. You know, same thing with getting like noodles. It's a sucker move because you're just gonna fill up. You know, on carbs. When you go to Ginza, meat mountain.
Yep,
that's what you have to do. I think they were kind of getting sick of us towards the end of yesterday because we were kind of packing it down pretty good.
We ate everything we got.
Huh?
I need to go get a tissue.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry guys.
It's all right. You're sick. I promise we won't talk about you while you're gone. One
quick time, but talk about poop.
It's more fun when she's here.
Oh, that's true.
It's been a weird winter. I wanted to talk about that for a minute.
It has been.
We had that cold wave that came in, but we really didn't get any snow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to shovel my driveway because it sucks.
And then
in the shade all the time. But
yeah, you called me before I was leaving my house this morning. Like, I'm going to shovel my driveway before you get here. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. It wasn't much, but it had like an inch. But it just never melts when it's this cold. It just will never melt.
Like I didn't even get like a dusting. Like there's nothing on my car. I don't need to clear my windows.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest snowstorm we had this year. It's just snowed all day, but it didn't really stick.
Yeah, I got a haircut, and it was trying to snow as I was leaving to head home, around 4. Mm-hmm. But then
Yeah,
I get home, and
been
it was
weird.
nice, and
Yeah,
like, okay, I guess.
it's been really weird. Although, it hasn't stopped the Winter X Games from happening.
But then those are happening in Colorado, though.
They are in Aspen, which is like one of the most expensive places you could ever visit, I think.
No kidding.
Yeah, it
All right,
was.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
The reason I wanted to talk about the X Games is because last night, Laura, you and I were watching it.
I know. It was
and
fun.
there's just like the big air competition is just how fast can I go and then how fast can I spin.
Right. And how high can I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I
Go
think there was
Italy.
somebody who did like what was that guy's name? Miro?
Miro.
I think so. Yeah.
Can't remember his last
There's a
name.
guy that did like 7 rotations.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was fun to
I
watch.
bet you could
actually.
I bet we can find it, but
Yeah,
I was like,
he's
dude, I
what,
was
20, I think, and his younger sister took gold too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I was watching a little bit this morning, but I think it was like mostly reruns
Yeah.
from what was last night, but dude, I couldn't even get the courage to go off that jump.
Like I said, I
straight.
can't go down a bunny hill, so bunny slope.
We know we don't want you to be on skis.
No, you don't.
You'll-
I've gotten injured every time I've tried.
Yeah.
So
That's why. I think it would be cool to go see the X Games, though. I don't like the half pipe stuff is crazy.
yeah,
I think it's just cool to see athletes compete at that level. It's just the same effect as, I don't think I could ever do that, so it's cool to see somebody do it.
it's kind of like
Damn, you guys are giving me a lot.
I would
Well,
say,
I'd rather go to the summer X Games, but
yeah.
I was just going to
say
say
a lot of that's kind of hard to watch. I mean, if you're not, watch it live at least. I mean, in person live.
Yeah.
Just
Being up on
because-
the mountain.
Yeah, especially like a skiing competition or whatever.
or the BMX bike guys, or
Yeah, I think that I would rather do snow
Skateboarders.
because at least if you fall in the snow, you're not gonna like grind your skin off.
true,
Yeah.
but it still hurts.
Oh yeah, it still hurts.
Pain is pain.
Yeah, when I've been snowboarding, like especially in the springtime, it sucks because the snow melts during the day and then at night it freezes, so you're just falling on ice all the time. It's
So,
horrible.
I don't even know if you can count what those people are doing as snowboarding or snow skiing. I mean,
Yeah.
the way they have the conditions of those things, it's damn near ice. So
Yeah, that's true. That's
I've
true.
never skied or snowboarded in my life.
You haven't? You've been sledding though, right?
Oh, of course.
That's pretty much the same thing. There's somebody out there that's like, "You idiot!" No, it isn't.
born
And
and
ice
raised in Utah,
blocking.
never skied.
Have you ever ice blocked?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's the only time that I usually injure myself because it's like I don't know why anybody thought that was an awesome
know.
idea.
Yeah.
Because usually you fall off and then the block of ice is behind you,
Yeah, and
still
then-
coming down the hill.
Yeah.
Or like I think you put it on cardboard or you'd sit on cardboard or something.
Yeah,
I don't
it's been a
remember.
long time.
Maybe,
What's the
no,
other
I was
thing?
gonna say
yeah.
maybe we should
Slip
go
and-
do that.
Slip
But
and slide baseball.
slip and slide baseball.
You've never seen that?
Uh-uh.
Where you have to, it's slip and slide between the bases.
I didn't have enough money to get that many slip and slides. As a kid.
Well, a lot of people just like put down plastic or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That sounds kind of fun.
it's dangerous.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I had some friends a number of years ago. They did sled boxing.
Sled.
Oh yeah, I think you might have mentioned this.
So they got boxing gloves and 2 sleds, and then beat the shit out of each other as they were going down the hill on sleds.
That's got to be during the days when Jackass was super popular.
And it may have been before
Before?
Jackass even.
Yeah, I think we all kind of had those thoughts as a kid. Like everybody wanted to get in a shop and go, "Oh my gosh, yeah."
Yeah, it's a thing.
Can I see it? I'm probably gonna get sick from doing
Yeah,
this,
don't
but
touch.
Are we going to find that on the Ocho?
it better
would
be
be
on. We need to
funny.
talk to the Ocho, dude. Yeah, it's literally a slip and slide in the shape of a diamond with all of the like fountains and everything.
Yeah,
There's just like 6 kids on there, all getting injured. I think it'd be fun.
yeah, it would be fun.
It'd probably be more fun when we were younger.
Yeah.
Because I think we talked in the past about slip and slides. Like, no matter where you set it up in your backyard, there was always a sprinkler you went over. It would
Yeah.
just destroy your knee or something.
Yeah, you could search the ground beforehand, not find a sprinkler head, and then all of a sudden, first person down finds the sprinkler head.
Here's the adult size. It has pools for the bases.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that.
Really?
I'm surprised it's
call
not
the
on the
Ocho.
Ocho, yeah.
Yeah.
That should be in the X Games too.
Yeah.
Beer league softball.
Now we're talking about injuries.
You got a keg at each base. You got a pound of beer. You got a pound of beer at each base.
Yeah, you can't run until you chugged your beer.
Yeah.
The beers are just in the pool, and they're all full of ice.
Oh my gosh. The last episode that you guys heard, we had Eric on. He's awesome. If you haven't heard that episode, go check it out. He had a new experience after that episode. We talked about going down to St. George, Kurt and I, and he's like, you got to get me some scratch-off tickets, which immediately is hilarious because how do you see them? You know what I mean? But we went down and got him some scratch-off tickets, and let's just tell the whole story. So we were down there. We got our scratch-off tickets. We got some for Eric. Kurt made the best comment when we're at the scratch-off machine. He's like, what should I get for Eric? I'm like, oh, just get him a variety of things. He's like, we got to get him something he can read. I'm like,
Do they make them in Braille?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's right. They don't have Braille scratch-off cards. Also, call me if you need help with that because we'll get Eric involved. Why don't they have Braille scratch-off cards?
Well,
I don't know.
The Braille is probably hard to scratch over.
probably.
Yeah.
It just says in Braille, you lose.
Yeah.
But we got his scratch-off cards, and Kurt and I were doing ours, and Kurt made out pretty well. I think he won almost $100, or you did win $100 off of one card. Which never happens.
Yeah, but yeah.
Spent it back.
No,
Well,
he didn't.
I spent $100 buying $10 cards,
Ah, got ya.
and then I won it all back on one card.
Nice.
So, and then I think 2 other cards got me $30.
Oh, very cool.
So
Out
I
of
was,
10.
so I was ahead $30, but then I spent the $30 on more scratch-off tickets and lost that immediately. No, I didn't.
No.
I won $20. So
Did
I'm
you
down.
put that in your pocket?
No,
Oh.
it's still on the cards. I haven't cashed them in yet. So I'm down $10.
Ah, not bad.
I don't
Well,
even
no,
know.
you'd still be up $10.
You're up $10.
I'm actually up $20.
We're actually down no matter what
Wait a minute.
because it's not the first time we've
Spend
gone down there. I think
100.
overall we have to be down.
130.
I'm up 20.
Yeah,
down
you're up
10.
20. Mhm.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
not
'cause you had
down
your 20
anything.
I'm down 10 from the winning.
Yes.
So yeah.
This is what we're doing the rest of the show is math.
Yeah.
What we did with Eric was I downloaded the Arizona Lottery app so you can scan the tickets when you're done. You know, you don't have to go to a place. And Kurt's like, do you think I should call Eric and just tell him, like, we'll scratch off his barcode and we'll just see if he won or lost. We'll know the results.
The idea was I told Eric, I said, I'm going to scratch off these barcodes so that I can see if you won. And if you win, then I can take the ticket down
We can go get the money.
and get the money for it and then just give you the ticket and let you play the game.
So that way we don't have to wait until we go down there again to cash it
That
in
way-
or mail
yeah.
it in or something.
That way you'll see that you won. Oh, I won $10. Here's your $10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And then one of the saddest things happened. Well, not sad. He's never done a scratch off before. He's never gambled, really. Maybe he has gambled, but scratch offs he hasn't done. He got like the full experience, which is we scratched it all off and we scanned all of his tickets and they were all losers.
Oh, no.
So then we had to go back down there to cash your tickets in. So I was like, we got to get him like a couple that we just don't know, you know? And what happened?
we only got him one.
Yeah.
We got one.
Did he win on that one?
He did not.
Nope. That's how gambling works, unless you're Laura.
Unless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I text him. I was like, okay, I scratched off the barcodes. I know your results, but I'm not going to tell you. And I'll bring you the cards on the next time I see you. He's like, okay, cool. So I'm like, here you go. Here's your cards. Good luck.
Man.
Scratches them off, and he's like, I didn't win shit.
Yep. That's usually how it goes.
That is correct. You did not win shit.
It's the way you have to be with gambling is you just have to assume you're not going to get that money back.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's gone.
Don't play if you're. You
Just
know.
don't gamble your rent money.
Right. Don't gamble. Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah. I keep trying to give you the pamphlet. So Laura,
Why I
what's-
don't live in Vegas.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, I could probably live like down in Mesquite or something, but
Sure, it kind of maybe get old.
oh yeah, I'm sure. Just because it would be like, I don't know, casinos kind of suck when you're there for long enough. You know, like Vegas for me has a lifespan, like a couple days
Yeah.
max, and then you get sick of the noises and people smoking inside, and you losing money all the time.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you, Laura.
What about
You've been
me?
gone. How
I
you
have been
doing?
gone. I'm doing okay.
You had
Yeah.
back problem again, but not like it wasn't bad,
Have I
right?
been on since my eye surgery?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
You had eye surgery. You got your thumb done.
My
I make it
back.
sound like plastic
Yeah.
surgery if I say that. You fixed your thumb, surgery on your thumb, surgery
then
on
my
your
back
back,
surgery. Then my
eyes,
left eye.
your left eye, your
Yeah.
right eye is next month.
Yeah, at the end of the month.
Man, you're just a pincushion, aren't you?
Yes. They got to practice on somebody.
Yeah.
Well, the cataract surgery is pretty quick and simple. So,
Is it painful?
ah,
Oh, okay, cool.
they gave me some really good drugs and
Like it didn't seem to be.
Yeah.
stuff that you can't actually go to sleep on, though. You just
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah, you're right. I
'Cause
remember you
I
talking about that.
I need that for after work. Where can I get it?
Yeah.
Just like take that before you go to work, and then you just
I
wake
think
up
it's-
after work.
I can't remember what it's called. Dilaudid?
Conscious sedation.
Dilaudid or Demerol or something like
know.
that. I don't know. But yeah, for eye surgery, you cannot be asleep.
Yeah, I can't because you probably can't control your eye.
Well, and they numb it too. They numb your eye so you can't move it.
How does that feel?
Horrible.
Yeah.
It burns like hell.
I can't imagine your eye, like my eye being numb. It sucks enough when you go to the dentist and they numb you, but your eye, that's such a weird place to
Just funny
be numb.
story. So when they were prepping me, my daughter was with me, and so they put a bunch of different drops in, and then there's this really thick gooey stuff that they put in your eye to numb it. And she's okay. Now we're gonna numb your eye. She's put your head back, and she put it in. I'm like, holy hell, that burns.
Oh, wow.
She says, yeah, that's why I don't tell you in advance. And my daughter goes, I like your style.
But now the problem is it's going to burn for the
Yes.
next eye.
Well, that, and they put 3 more drops in of the same stuff, and it burned every time.
Oh. Like what kind of burn? Are we talking like
Oh,
you
it
got
hurt.
like not like if like in the wind you get sand in your eye? and
No,
you're
no,
like,
no,
"Whoa."
no. It's
Are we
like
talking like-
instant burn.
Getting a jalapeno in your eye.
Yes,
Oh,
like
shit.
that kind of burn.
Oh
Mhm.
man,
That's
Yeah.
not.
I've
good.
had jalapeno in my eye before, and it sucks.
But yeah, Brandon.
Story?
I like your style.
Yeah.
You're disowned.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would rather know when the pain's coming. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna feel like this. Okay, I'm ready.
Well,
you
if
know.
she'd have said it's going to burn a little, I'm like, okay,
You don't really have a choice
it
anyway.
burned.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, is that a hot poker?
Yeah.
Oh.
My daughter laughed. It's not funny.
You're no longer my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, another thing I wanted to mention because since you haven't been here is that you kind of have a superpower now, which
I
I
do.
think is really cool.
What is it?
They put a lens in your
Oh, yeah.
your eye, and so at a certain angle it reflects light, and so it looks like Lara's got robot eyes,
I
and I
know,
think
it's
that's
funny.
sweet.
I could still see the rim of the lens.
Oh, okay.
Because they put, it's like 2 different prescriptions, so I could see the rings around the
It's like a
lens.
bifocal?
It's like a bifocal,
Okay.
yeah. So it takes about 6 months for your brain to
tune it out.
ignore it, yeah.
Isn't that crazy that your brain can just do that?
Well, it ignores your nose.
Yeah, it does. Until you just said that, now everybody that listening is looking at trying to see their nose.
Yeah.
Can't see my nose.
I'm trying to rip my nose hairs out right
Yeah.
So I can't even see it if I put my finger on it.
No,
Never
because
noticed
your
that.
brain's really good at like tuning out that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why with my beard, it drives me nuts when I get a little beard hair that comes up here because my brain doesn't ignore that. I just see it all the time.
Yeah, I had a little hair on my nose. It's like all of a sudden I can just see this hair. Like, I can't see the nose. I can just see the hair.
Just the hair, yeah. But I think the brain's good at that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy that it only takes like 6 months.
Yeah, that's what he said. Well, plus getting the other eye done will help. So they'll.
Yeah, how has that been? Like you have
Yeah.
one eye done and then
so
the
I
other
did
one's
get vertigo for a few days after, and he said that would happen. So.
yeah. But if you close your, I don't want to say
So
bad
my-
eye, but you close your other eye and you look through the one that you had surgery on, is it way better?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they actually are starting to work better together now. They didn't at first, so I have a real hard time with my laptop, like work monitors
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
He
I
said
could see
that'll
that.
change once I get the other eye done. So
I wonder if by the time you get the other eye done, your brain's adjusted to having one eye that can see well and the other one that can't, and then you get the other one done, and it's going to take
Yeah.
a second to get
Yeah.
used to that again.
and I'm like a month and a couple of weeks into
Yeah.
this eye already. So, yep. I'll be glad when it's done.
You got better health insurance than I do.
It just changed. Yay.
Mine did too. Yeah.
From Aetna
I think mine.
to Regents, Blue Cross Blue
I
Shield.
think my health insurance stayed the same, but my dental insurance changed, and it was. Oh man, I don't know if I can say this or not. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. It was funny to me, even though this isn't a funny topic, but the CEO for United Healthcare was assassinated.
Yeah.
And then when I got my card, it was from United Healthcare, and I was like, oh shit. It was just interesting correlation. I was like, oh, okay. Well, hopefully that means that my insurance rates aren't going to go up.
Yeah.
It's really hard to joke about that. Jokes.
Yeah. Too soon.
Yeah, too soon. My bad. There is one thing that I realized at the end of the year that I think I find way more cool than I gave it credit for when I was growing up, and that's going to see history, like ghost town stuff. Like
Oh, yeah.
went down over Christmas. Drew and I, we went down to St. George, and we visited a few ghost towns down there, and it's so cool. Like reading about the history, thinking about how they lived back then. Like there was just people that, I think there's a ghost town close to St. George that's called Silver Reef. And
They got a great brewery named after them.
yeah, they do. Silver Reef was well known for being the only place in the, I think, world, or at least the U.S., where they found silver in sandstone, which like never
Really?
happens.
Huh.
Yeah. And so it became a town, and it became a pretty big town for a while until it became too expensive, to mine, and they couldn't pay their workers as much. But you think about the problems you have today, looking at the internet, the president now, like we're all worried about that. Back then, you shot each other over stealing a chair. That was one of
Yeah.
the stories in the town, is that two guys were at a bar, and he was like, you took the chair off my porch. I know you did. So they went out front, shot each other. They shot each other at exactly the same time. They
And
both
both
died. Yeah. Two people died over a chair.
I'm looking it up because I think it's interesting. The term ghost town is because nobody lives there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why ghost? So I'm looking
Yeah, I think
Because the
that's-
only people that live there now are ghosts.
Yeah.
well.
That was a very judgmental way.
Oh, we'll
Has
see
nothing to
about
do-
that.
Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It is, let's see, numerous boom towns often established around mining operations were rapidly abandoned once the resources, like gold or silver, were depleted. So that's why
Yeah.
they're called ghost towns.
So in Silver Reef particularly, when you would work all day in the mine, I think you would make like $3 or $4 for that day. And that was, for the time, people in Salt Lake, you weren't getting that, Like if you were in that mining town, like you were basically owned by the company. You can, everything that the mine was the town, right? And what killed it is that it got so more expensive to process the silver, and so they had to cut the wages by 50 cents. So you'd make like $3.50 a day, and everybody started losing their shit. And you're far away, from pretty much any major city, so you can't. They just all end up leaving, like you
Yeah.
said. It just becomes too much. But what's interesting is that we can be here today without the people that did that. That's hard work.
Yeah,
Could you
it is.
imagine that, like
Well,
living back then?
$3.50 a day. I mean, I wonder how far that went.
I think it did go. I think you could make a decent living off of $3.50. Like you'd be able to buy a piece of land and build a home on it, and
Yeah.
like live down there. Other than the mining corporation basically owning you.
Yeah.
But I can imagine doing that. Like we have the luxury of sitting in an office. Some of us, and air conditioning and heating.
Yeah.
They lived out in the desert in the middle of this sandstone rock with
Not to
the
mention
elements.
whatever they're putting in their lungs in those caves.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Back then, you didn't worry about that. Your life expectancy was like 40
Yeah.
years old. The other interesting fact about Silver Reef is if you have a chance to go there, go, because you can go to the museum. They give you a map, and it's still, you can walk around and see like the remnants of the old homes and stuff,
Oh,
and they'll
cool.
tell you all the history about it. But as you're walking through it, there are now $1 million homes just built all around it.
Yeah.
So can you imagine like telling one of these people that used to live back then, like, oh yeah, and
Yeah.
100 years from now, there's going to be $1 million homes
gonna
down
be
here.
mansions.
Yeah, then they are. They're huge.
That's crazy.
You remember when we went down to Eureka? When we went on that 4-wheeling trip,
Yes.
went to the Eureka Museum? That was cool.
That was cool. And then, was it Porter Rockwell's house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were working on it. Man, that would suck to live in that.
Yeah, they'd moved it up into Eureka from somewhere out in the desert. And so, yeah, I mean, that was really cool. And getting to see the old museum and the old jail. And
Yeah.
I've been to a few like ghost towns that have old jails and stuff. There's one in, is it somewhere between here and Yuma? I think it's in Arizona. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you can do a little Googling and figure it out, like the ghost towns that are in Utah.
Yeah.
Go check them out, though. That's history, you know?
Yeah.
They were there for a reason. I think that's pretty cool, you know? Well, maybe not right now. It's cold.
Yeah,
But
don't do it
that's
now.
what they do in the summertime.
Yeah, or maybe now it's time. It might be a little cold, but there's not going to be anybody there bothering
That's
you when
true.
you go check that shit out.
That's
so.
true, yeah. Yeah. Should we take a break?
Yeah, we can take a break.
All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. The weekly InSalt, episode 337. We spent our break time looking at food, and we're all hungry now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that
We seem to talk about food a lot.
we could probably just do a separate podcast that's all about food. That place that I was mentioning that's like super Chinese, it's called Kung Fu Hot Pot. I think it's just, Kung Fu. Oh, yeah. I just Googled Kung Fu.
And I'm singing Kung Fu Fighting in my head.
Kung Fu Hot Pot. It looks interesting, man, but I think that it'd have to be like one of those places that we go when we're ready for it, because it could go really well or really bad. You know what I mean? Like, it might be really good or it might suck, and you're like, well, I guess we're going to Wendy's.
Yeah. Instant hot pot.
I'm not a big Wendy's fan. Sorry, Wendy's.
Well, you like Taco Bell.
I do.
Yeah.
However, I am sort of liking the Del Taco crunchy tacos now.
Those are good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely yummy.
I have to like Del Taco. It's the only thing near my house.
I have quite a few places by my house. Well, at least on 7200 anyway. There's a good variety.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I used to work in that area, there wasn't shit.
No.
Yeah, things are changing, man.
Oh, yeah.
Except for up here. Like by my house, it's all the same thing. There's not much land to develop up here, really. But yeah, out by your house,
Yeah,
there's tons of shit going on out
variety of
there.
food,
Yeah. All right, we got to
That was
talk
a big
about it.
yawn, dude.
Chez's yawn made me have to talk about it. What do you guys? And we don't talk about this very often, but I want to get your guys' opinion on how you feel that the country's doing right now.
Too early to tell. I mean, nothing.
What do you mean how we're doing? We've been doing shitty for a long time.
Exactly.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a fair argument. But ever since Monday,
I don't think nothing in my life has dramatically changed since Monday. So
no, the price of eggs has gone up
They have been up since
Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah.
since wasn't it bird flu or something that's
I think
causing
so,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude, $7 for eggs. They're not even cage free. That's crazy. One thing the reason I wanted to talk about it is because it's been this crazy thing, especially around Salt Lake right now. Kurt and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I realized something that like I think all of us in this room, we don't have to deal with this, but people are legitimately scared that they're going to get deported at like any time. And the Salt Lake subreddit has basically turned into a place where people post pictures of ICE being spotted around the valley, like pulling people over, arresting people. It's multiple times a day. And
What, do they drive around with a car that says ICE on the side of it?
unmarked.
Okay.
And then they just what it looks like, what they make it look like online, which I'm sure it's not this way, is that they're just finding illegal immigrants and just deporting them. And it kind of hit home for me because I went and got my hair cut.
So they're profiling people
I
that
think they
look
are,
like
yeah.
they may not be from here.
Yeah, and I don't know what the laws are
Should be
on
illegal.
immigration. Like, can they just pull anybody over, like for anything? That seems crazy, right? But I got my hair cut. You know who cuts my hair? She's great. Linda cuts my hair, and she has a lot of her clients and stuff like that. I didn't realize it, but she was like, a lot of people are concerned, like on a daily basis. They like don't know if they can go to Walmart. They don't know if they can go to the grocery store. Or, or, like they don't know. That's to them like walking. Could you imagine walking around like that?
No.
This is crazy to me. And I also thought it was
Yeah.
funny that we sent our first flight of deportees to Mexico and they denied it because nobody on the plane was Mexican. Like, I get it. You're trying
Yeah.
your best, but, like,
Hilarious.
don't, like, you can't just send them wherever. Like, hey, we're going to send a bunch of people to Canada.
Cheapest
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I don't know. It's not
don't know
so
if those
easy
are
to
the
get
details.
into Canada, is it?
No, it's
Not
not
these days.
No, it hasn't been for a long time.
I just saw a video. Some lady, she was trying to flee to Canada, and their border patrol was like, "Nope, sorry, you're not coming." You know,
Yeah, why do you want to come into Canada? I'm
I'll let
trying to
you-
leave the United States. Sorry.
exactly. Like, yeah, we'll let you come in for a week, but
And even if you have like the right paperwork to go to Canada, if you've had a DUI in the last 10 years, they
Yeah.
will not let you in.
yeah,
Canada's pretty strict.
yeah. If you've done anything in the U.S. that's like that, you know, in the U.S. it might only be a misdemeanor, but in Canada it's a felony. Yeah, you're not getting in.
Well, and I won't say his name, but I had a friend that flew for business
Yeah.
and had to go to Canada and didn't know about the 10-year rule
Didn't
on
get in.
DUIs. They popped him on the plane, the first plane, didn't matter where, back
Yeah.
into the U.S., and he wound up in like 7 states away.
They're like, nope, you can't
Yep.
come in. Get
Bye.
on that plane. Get
Next
out of
plane,
here.
go.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know if it's
it's.
still that way, but
I
wasn't-
don't think it's getting any better.
Yeah, no, I know it's at least 10 years for Canada.
Yeah, isn't that crazy to think? I've heard a few people that are like, "Oh, I'm going to go through Canada," and they're like, "Oh, wait, I can't because I got a DUI like 7 years ago, so I can't get into Canada."
Is that attached to your passport or something?
I probably just your record. I'm sure they have some way of looking that up. You know, they probably just radio over to the U.S. Border Patrol people
probably
or
just
the.
online and go to the BCI and look
Just
it
do a
up.
background check, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get any better. You know, like I don't know. We'll have to see how things go.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm looking it up right now. How long after getting a DUI can you go to Canada?
I'll just stay here in silence
Yeah.
while Chaz looks it up.
Do, do, do.
You're supposed to be good at this. This
Let's
is your
see here.
job.
Yeah.
This is what you get paid for.
He gets paid for this?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a 10-year rule. Yeah, I guess you can get there's a 10-year... You can get a temporary resident permit. You know, these things you have to work on in advance,
Yeah.
but... So...
Yeah, I don't know. I want to go to Canada. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I can get in there. I don't have anything on my record.
Yeah. My folks went to Canada for a fishing trip, and they had to take a little prop plane once they got there.
Oh yeah.
Drops you and all your supplies off for a week.
Oh, I don't know
They
if I
said it
want
was-
to take that tiny plane.
They said they had an amazing time.
Yeah. There's just so much wilderness up there. I think that's why I'd like to
Yeah.
go, and just so many places that I would think are still untouched. You know, the further north you go, I'm sure the more
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah, and I don't know what town they went to, or
Yeah.
if they call them towns there.
Yeah, I'm sure they do call them towns.
I don't know.
Okay, and it's not just 10 years from the time you got it. It's 10 years from the time you've completed all of your...
Oh, okay. You've paid everything off. You're off probation. So from
Yes.
the time you
So it's from the
finish
time you're
probation.
off from your DUI.
Okay, that's crazy.
So, if it takes you 2 years to do everything for your DUI, it could be 12 years since you got your DUI.
I don't know. At this point, it might be easier to get into Canada since the military is at the border of Mexico. So, I don't know.
But it's not the U.S. military, it's the Canadian military not letting you in.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Have you seen the pictures of the Canadian-U.S. border? They basically just like cut the trees out, and there's certain towns that
Yeah.
are like they just cut a big line out in the trees, and there's just signs there that says this is the U.S.-Canadian border.
Huh.
You're not allowed to cross it,
Yeah.
and if you do, you can get in deep shit.
Huh. So
And
like
there's
if you go down the road a mile and walk in.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's one town I was reading about in the United States that it's split halfway between Canada
Yeah.
and the United States. And they have some exceptions, I think. But there are people that are not allowed to like cross the road
Like
because
even
the other
if there's,
side of
like,
the
a
road.
Taco Bell over there, I can't go.
You can't
No.
go.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you can. You just be breaking.
You have to go through.
federal
You have
law.
to go through like you can't just cross anywhere.
I'd have to DoorDash it to the
Hand,
to the
and then
parking
hope,
lot.
and then hope that your DoorDash person has dual
Right.
citizenship.
yeah, meet me at the border. I'll just say you can just hand it across the border to me.
I have a border patrol booth in the drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get your bean and cheese burrito, but we're gonna need to see your passport.
Yeah.
Damn it! Can I
That's
get sour cream with that too?
You forget sauce, so you gotta
Yeah.
go back.
That's why I save all my extra sauces and put them in my fridge.
Yeah,
How long are those good for?
not ever.
No.
Not forever. Yeah, I had some in my fridge that an old roommate of mine, he is addicted to like the Del Taco sauce, and so he had a big bag of it. And I remember that the sauce didn't come. We didn't get sauce in our order or whatever, and we're like, let's just get that old stuff out of the fridge. It was not good.
No? Huh.
It tasted super sour. Like,
All right,
And
maybe
it's
I
probably
should
not
throw
meant to
them
be
away.
refrigerated either.
No?
it's probably better refrigerated. Lasts a little bit longer, I imagine.
Maybe.
Let's see, I've had them in there a little over a year now.
Yeah, they're probably not.
Throw those in the trash.
Okay. And I may have moved them with me when I moved into the
I
house.
think, does it ever? Do we all have a drawer like the sauce packet drawer? Like when
Oh,
you and I, Kurt and I, go to McDonald's, we will burn the whole building down if we don't get the hot picante sauce with our breakfast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, there's no limit to what we would do to get that picante sauce. So whenever we can, we always try to get a bunch. And you just save it for those moments when they don't give it to you. But do you have a sauce drawer at your house, Chad?
I got a bunch in my fridge, yeah.
I put them in a baggie and put them in my fridge. They're in that butter tray.
When I
butter
lived with
thingy.
I lived with an old roommate. And you know those drawers in the bottom of your fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that was chock full.
The vegetable keeper.
It's just keeping hot sauce packets.
How long? I'm Googling it.
That's another reason why you should go to. Actually, we can talk about this. I've been more inclined to go to a fast food restaurant and eat there these days because nobody does that anymore. Like if you go and eat at a Taco Bell, Laura, they still have the sauces out. Then you can just grab as many as you want.
1 to 2 years at the most is what it says.
I dare you to try it when you get home.
Yeah.
Actually, don't. You don't need food poisoning while you're sick.
Yeah.
No. I'm already having a struggle day anyway.
Yeah, don't get food poisoning.
No.
But I'm telling you, if you don't want to go in the restaurant, you're like, oh, I don't know, I just want to go through the drive-through, whatever. Go in. It's so much better. We always go in.
Yeah.
When we went down to St. George, we went inside. There's nobody in there. We're like the only two
It's
people in there.
Yeah.
It is faster. And usually the only other people in there are people picking up for DoorDash and stuff, which is annoying.
Which
I'm
they are the
giggling.
shittiest
I'm
drivers.
still giggling over our Arby's experience.
Which the one up in Heber?
Yeah.
That was
We don't got the meats.
we don't got the Oh man.
Yeah, that was fun.
We're gonna have to stop there this
We
summer and see
should.
if that
Yeah.
guy's
See if he's
still around. Yeah. He wanted to trade me shoes.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm going camping. I can't camp in your shoes.
I thought it was just one shoe.
I think it was just one shoe, but
It was
he was
just
just
one.
weird. We don't got the meats. We're all out of roast beef right now.
I ain't mad at you, but if you don't want to stay.
I ain't mad at y'all. And then he was so interested in Laura.
Yeah. That was a little. It was entertaining. I will say.
Yeah, it was. I like people like that. They spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed about going to fast food restaurants and going indoors is usually I'm the youngest one in there. The only other people that go inside are like 80. I walked into the Arby's over here. I think I mentioned this on a previous show, but
Yeah.
I walked in and there was just this old couple at the counter arguing, like full on arguing with the person about a coupon.
Seriously.
Which I'm like laughing because I get the Arby's coupons all the time, but I don't clip them out and take them to the restaurant. You know, I'm just like, whatever, I'll just buy my meal. But they were adamant, like, no, this is what the coupon says, and he's trying to scan it, it's not working. And I walk in the middle of it, and she turns to me like, great, now this guy thinks I'm probably crazy. Like, yeah,
little
if you
bit.
have
Now I
to
do.
say that,
Now
you
I
are
do.
crazy. So then they hurried and paid, and then sat down, and we're still kind of like upset about it, but.
And how much was the coupon for? I'm just
Like
curious.
30 cents off or
Okay,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, like not worth arguing
Miserable.
about.
People.
I don't know their financial situation.
but-
Maybe they were.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
all
they
right.
were on the east side of the valley, so I'd imagine that they probably are okay.
They probably had 30 cents in their,
Yeah, just in the center console of
Right.
their car. Yeah.
Okay. I can't judge. Yeah, that was horrible. I shouldn't.
No,
judge.
it wasn't horrible. I'd like to think they're broke, but I just think it's weird that they argue over
They
it.
saved for months to go to Arby's.
Oh man, I'm sure there are people that have to do that.
I'm sure there is.
Kurt, though, you're kind of that way. You enjoy a good deal.
I do.
Yeah.
I always
What's
look for
the
a deal.
craziest thing you've done for a deal? like stacked coupons. You're like, oh, dude, like that movie where that lady goes to the grocery store and they have to pay her because she's got so many coupons.
No, I'd never do that.
Yeah.
I'm not that frugal.
There was a movie about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But I'll
one thing-
shop around. I mean,
I mean, it depends on how much the item is. Like, if it's a big ticket item, I'll definitely shop for a deal.
I know for a fact that Kurt is never doing DoorDash.
no,
No?
Like, yeah, you absolutely refuse to do it.
I do.
Yeah.
Dude, I've DoorDash from Del Taco, and it's literally a block and a half away from my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get your groceries delivered
I
most of the
do.
time, too.
Almost every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
It's
just
worth
reminded me of something.
$9.95 not to have to get out in the cold, go shop. I hate shopping.
Yeah.
I don't hate people, but generally I don't like
I
people in
hate
stores.
I hate people. I hate
Yeah.
people that like are what the kids would call NPCs, which are just random people. Like
Yeah.
going to the grocery store is horrible. There's always somebody that's like in the middle of the
Yeah.
aisle.
Oh, as a matter of fact, they forgot something on my Smith's delivery, and I had to run to the store yesterday. That's probably where I got sick.
Yeah, you're right. The grocery
Yeah.
store is to blame for everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Smiths, I thought this was hilarious. Is that I downloaded the Smiths app because I do pickup, and I'll go in, every now and then. But usually, I just better for me to do pickup because I will hit the snack aisle and spend way more money than
Yeah.
I need to. I'll get some soda, I'll get
Yeah.
some Sun Chips, and then I got to get other chips because Sun Chips you can't just eat them alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just make stupid excuses to be fat.
Come on, Sun Chips are the healthy chips, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I was looking at the nutrition facts on those. They're worse than like
Oh, yeah.
Doritos.
Yeah.
But they sell you on
They-
those whole
yeah.
grains, dude.
Yeah.
But the Smiths app, at the end of the year, like your applications will give you your recap. Like YouTube Music will say, "Hey, here's your year-end recap." Smiths did that
Yeah.
with my grocery shopping. And
I
I-
just got one. Too.
Yeah, should we read them?
Yeah,
they're
let me read
fun.
mine.
I was like, this is a recap that I don't need, and now that I'm reading it, it's just like so silly. And they're trying to
I
do
didn't
the same.
open it the other day. I was like, oh no, I'm not going to open that.
I'll pull
When we
mine
get
up.
the bar to do that.
You're young.
I don't know if I want to know.
Welcome to your yearly checkout.
Yeah, yearly checkout.
Get started.
All right.
Hi, Laura.
How many trips? It says you made 14 trips in 2024.
Stacked up some super savings with 30 grocery trips. Let's
Yeah,
see
you
how
go to the grocery store a lot more than I do, and I don't.
I don't eat out a lot, so.
Oh, I saved $300.
Did you? What'd I do?
They tell me I did. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like I did.
Oh, here we go. My savings was $318.81. I saved.
You took
Okay,
like twice as
so-
many trips as me and saved just the same.
Yeah.
So this is the great one. This is why I ordered delivery. I saved
Yep.
900 minutes with pickup and delivery.
I saved 280 minutes of being in the grocery store.
I shopped for 271 products.
Mine just says you save money by shopping pickup for fees saved $69.
Oh, that's funny. My top
We
item,
don't need this.
My top item is Amy's Chili Mac Bowl frozen meal.
You want to know what mine is? Kroger 100% pure beef quarter-pound burgers.
That's funny.
There's a big pack
Cat
of.
litter is the second one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Eggs, steak, deli ham.
My number
potatoes.
3 is pepperoni. That's funny. But this is a thing that I don't need. Like it tells me I shopped in 9 departments.
I feel good because my top department is vegetables. I feel like that's healthy.
Mine's meat. My second one is vegetables.
Based on the departments you shop, what's your shopping style?
Wait.
I gotta
Do you realize
reveal.
what you just said?
What?
You said my top department is vegetables. I feel like that's healthy. So
Well,
like
it's not
Smith's
the
told
candy
you.
aisle. It's not the candy aisle.
Yeah, that's true. It's just funny that Smith's had to tell you that you're healthy that you buy a lot of vegetables.
So, what's your style? Did you get to that one yet?
I'm about to reveal that.
I revealed mine.
I'm a veggie pro.
Me too.
Hey, high five.
High five, veggie pro.
We need a better high five. It needs to come through
Yeah.
the microphone. There we go.
All right. Oh,
Yeah,
and-
so
thank
get
you
the
for
Smiths
checking in. Here's more savings for you and a bunch of coupons.
Yep.
All right, I'll have to
Nobody
do those
needs
later.
that though. Like, could you imagine
It
if you had a
didn't tell me
yearly
how
recap
much I
on?
spent.
Yeah.
I wonder how much I spent.
Oh,
on
they don't
groceries.
tell you that because
No?
they don't want you to know. They just want to know how much you saved.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got a yearly recap on Newegg, Kurt.
I don't shop there.
Oh, I just saw you browsing it the other day.
Is there not a?
I'm trying to segue into something.
Yeah.
To see if Kurt takes
No,
the bait.
No, if it was Amazon, that would be different.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You love those Amazon points.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I get a shitload of them.
Yeah.
I had like 200
There's a
points.
purchase history.
200?
Let's see.
Why do you use Amazon points instead of your Sky Miles? Get more miles to travel somewhere.
I mean, I could, but I don't really travel anywhere.
Yeah, I guess
Well, I
that's true.
spend around $400 a month on groceries.
That doesn't seem unreasonable.
No, that's a lot of money.
The price of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. $100 a week.
Think about how much. Well, I'd say think about how many times you can eat a meal you make. But generally, when you make a meal, you share it with everybody.
Yeah.
So that's.
That's true. Because I don't cook small, and I bring all my leftovers to the bar.
All right,
All right.
Kurt. We'll get into it with you now. You're building Skynet, basically, at your house.
Yeah. It's such a waste of money.
But you enjoy it,
I
right?
do. I do. I've dumped quite a bit of money into this.
Kurt has bought. You got to bring up a picture so that these guys can
He
see.
showed me a picture.
Everybody's
Okay,
seen it.
Everybody's
Yeah.
seen it. Yeah. You're proud of it. Kurt's got this server rack in his. What is it in your dining room, basically?
Yeah.
Your dining room. Yeah, it's got lights on it, dude. Battery backup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It was kind of funny to me when you sent me that video yesterday of. He basically sent me a video of the battery backup working, which is cool. But he's got the video and he walks over to the wall and unplugs the cord and then points it at the server rack and it's all still running. And then he goes over. I was like, "Is he going to turn off the battery backup?" And then you shut it off and everything turned off. And I'm like, "Yeah, it works like it's supposed to."
All right. So what's all that for?
It's for internet.
I don't have that at my house, and I have internet.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't need it.
Oh,
It's just like his hobby thing that he's interested in. I'm trying to get him to talk about it.
I was talking to a friend the other day because he's into F1 racing, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling him about this, and that I was building this rack, and he's like, why? You don't need that. Just use a standard router
Yeah.
and wireless.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could, but I was like, on the same hand, you're into F1 racing.
That's your hobby.
I can just watch that shit on TV, but you're buying tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
true.
But you enjoy
Good
it.
point.
Like it gives you you do that for work anyway, but
Like
it gives you a chance.
why watch
to,
F1 on TV when you can be there?
Yeah.
Why should I use a simple router when I can have a goddamn data center in my
Yeah.
dining?
I don't need this fucking studio in my basement, but we did that
Exactly.
anyway. You know,
So, I mean, we have a place we can host our website if we ever build our own website.
we were talking literally about that yesterday. I was like, dude, get a rack mounted server, then I can get Windows on there, Windows server, and then we'll just build a website.
No, it depends.
Yeah,
It's
not that
going to
it,
depend on. There's variables. I mean, I have all this equipment in here, and I'm sure it's going to be a hit to my power bill.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to avoid that. Fortunately, the equipment that I'm running right now is low voltage. But if I put a server in there that's going to be loud as shit running all the time,
it's just like leaving your computer on all the time.
well, yeah, but
I mean, your power. See, this is where Kurt's
Yeah.
frugal side comes in. He's like, I really like my hobby of having a server rack in my house, but god damn it, I don't want to pay that power bill. You'll spend, $2,500 on 6 hard drives, but then you don't want to pay the extra $3 a month in power.
Solar.
Yeah, dude, make
well,
your
it wasn't
rack.
$2,500, but
Yeah,
Solar's
I'm
not
just-
cheap either.
No.
Yeah. Return on investment, though, if you have it for long enough.
I suppose they do attach, unless you pay for it outright. They attach
Yeah.
a lien to your house, so
I would not. They come over here all the time, and I'm like, no, I don't want
Yeah.
solar panels.
It's not cost effective. I've looked into it. It's not cost effective for
No.
me.
They sure
And-
try to
and
make
if-
it seem like
and
that.
if you have extra, the city wants their share of it.
I'm like, yeah, for what it cost me more for like the monthly payment for solar than it is just to pay my power bill. So I've had them come look at it and their price. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for you.
They always try to sell you on feeding back to the grid too.
Yeah.
Like if you don't use
Yep.
all your energy, you feed it back to the grid and make the power company pay you. I doubt that happens most of
does
the time.
not happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the guy was straight up and told me, he's like, this is what you're paying. This is what it's going to cost. Like, man.
I actually think you have to give it back to the city if you have excess.
Maybe. I don't know. It's my power. Actually, there's probably a law that's like, well, you're in our city and the sun's shining on your house, like the water barrel thing. Where
Yeah.
the city will charge you to collect rainwater because they're like, you're taking the city's water.
I think they'll let you collect like 50 gallons or something.
Yeah, I think every city's different.
The sun is shining down on our city, and your property is in our city.
Yeah, so they charge you for it. Yeah. That's what they do with the rain. That's raining in our city, and you're collecting the water from your rain gutter. That's our water. Crazy. You know what I was just thinking? I had a great idea for this summer. Maybe a project that you can work on, Kurt. Mm-hmm. You got your trailer, and we've been camping a few times, and you always say, like, dude, I got to get internet in my trailer. I'm going to get Starlink, dude, because Kurt loves the internet. What if we get a big server rack in your trailer, dude, and just blast out like a giant hotspot in the middle of the wilderness?
Totally could.
So that everybody around us is like, man, we're out here to get away from that.
I could have like a portal page.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to sign in, charge them like $3 a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure there would be somebody that would log in and pay for it.
Venmo me this much money, include your MAC address, and I'll unblock you.
The problem is like 90% of people don't know what the MAC address is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Ches, you had a Mandela effect thing you want to talk about?
Yeah, well, I got a few of these things here pulled up. We're going to pull it back up again.
Well, you didn't have them pulled up then.
Well, my phone went back to sleep, so I just had to open my phone back up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's hear Pikachu's tail.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to get my browser ready.
you can't look this shit up.
It's a tiny little pointy thing, right?
No, I remember it looks like lightning, right?
I thought it was like a tiny little pointy thing.
Does it, is the tip of the tip of his tail a different color?
Yellow?
I'd say yes.
Yeah, it's black.
I thought it was like a darker color.
I think it's yellow.
Laura is correct.
It's all yellow?
It's all yellow.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Mhm.
Yeah. People remember the tip of Pikachu's tail being black, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. It's not.
Well, what the fuck is this then?
What?
Uh-oh. Yeah,
It
you
was-
a Mandela effect is literally the image that Ches is talking about.
You're
Yeah.
looking at this one.
It was never black.
It was never black.
Well, it's black there.
Pikachu.
Well,
look at the
Look at the caption under it.
Pikachu's black tail. Was it the Mandela effect? They're
shit.
Yeah.
It's always been yellow.
That's crazy.
Is there a hyphen in Kit Kat?
No.
No.
Yes. Wait, what the hell? Where are you getting this shit?
I really want to believe that there is,
It's all one word.
but I don't think there is.
It's all one word. No hyphen.
Yeah, it's all one.
Can't Mandela me.
Just
I
did.
twice.
Oh yeah, you didn't. It's
How do you
technically-
spell Oscar Mayer?
OSCARMYMEYER.
Yes.
There was a song about it.
You said it was. Hey, how do you spell it?
Oscar Mayer. OSCARMEYER.
Wade shaking his head no.
No.
How do you spell it?
I agree with
There's an
Laura.
Mayer.
Laura's 3 for 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Laura.
Uh-huh. There's a song.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like
a song
the
about
jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the phrase? The famous phrase from
But you
movies?
you spell it wrong.
no,
you
it's
did-
MEYER.
No, it isn't.
Is it
It's Mayer. Oscar Mayer at their website. Mayer.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mandela.
I missed one.
Yeah, that's okay. You're still, B+.
Okay, in the movie Cinderella, what is it the queen asks the object on that she talks to?
You literally didn't put together a great sentence right there.
So, okay,
The mirror?
the
Mirror,
you're
mirror
talking
on
to
the
the
wall.
mirror.
Yeah.
So what
Who's
is the
fairest
phrase?
of them all?
What does she say to the mirror?
The queen?
Mirror,
Yes.
Isn't it mirror, mirror on the wall? Like
Make,
that?
make me the most beautiful. I can't remember now. She doesn't.
Everyone says Wade said it incorrectly.
Yeah, that's
What?
what
That's
I would
incorrect.
think it is. Yeah.
What was it?
It's not mirror, mirror. It's magic mirror.
Ah, yeah.
I just said the mirror.
Hey, mirror.
Hey, mirror. Come here.
Dude, Oscar Mayer's got a Wienermobile. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Are
that?
you stuck on their website?
Not stuck. I'm just enjoying the view.
yeah.
That thing's been around since the 70s.
It still looks like it's from the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, hot dogs aren't even that color. Look at this thing. Just a giant wiener just rolling around
You can
places.
rent
Okay,
that.
in the movie Forrest Gump, what is it that Forrest says to the lady sitting on the park bench that everyone...
Life's like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get.
Is that what you agree with,
That's
too?
what I would say, yeah.
Yeah, that is incorrect.
Okay.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Bullshit. I'm going to look.
Yeah, find the clip. Find the clip on YouTube.
Yeah, life was like a box of chocolates.
I mean, he's Forrest Gump, though, so maybe he's like
That's why I buy the chocolates with a map.
Except for
like
this one, it's
C's.
got a map. C's doesn't have a map.
One of them does.
It's
All right, here it is.
Miss Covington or whatever I think
no,
does.
C's has a map.
You got the clip?
I do. I got to get it open here. Hold on. Of course, there's a fucking commercial.
You got to pay for that premium, dude.
No way.
You got to unmute us.
Sound.
Acting like he's never done this before.
Well, this is going to take a minute.
Yeah, jump ahead. I believe in you.
Do you want a chocolate?
Never go full.
I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was life.
Oh.
All right, well, Ches, maybe we'll just do that your segment every week. Yeah. This is the Mandela effect.
So
It is weird how your brain latches onto certain things and you just remember it. Like, I swear Pikachu's tail was black or a darker color at the end.
yeah,
But it's like the Berenstein Bears.
exactly. That was one of the two that was on the list. So
Like Mr. Mandela himself. Isn't that crazy, though, that that's where the name came from, is that everybody thought that he was dead?
yeah,
And he's like, no, dude, I'm not dead.
yeah. Everyone thought he died in the 80s. He didn't die till 2013.
Yeah. Weird.
It is.
All right, well,
Yeah,
enjoy
you
your
go get me
week.
some pho.
Yeah, I'm hungry,
Yeah.
too. I'm going to go eat. This has been your weekly insult.
Yeah, I'm starving now.
Me too. Hopefully it won't be like another pretzel palace
Right?
incident.
Still on the fence. DoorDash or just pick it up on the way?
I mean, just pick it up. Save yourself
Save myself 20
15
bucks.
bucks.
15 bucks.